We're all in our private traps. And none of us can ever get out. We scratch and claw, but only at the air, only at each other.
We wanted to provide a new experience to the person listening to Psycho.
We're capable now of presenting it in a sound space that we feel the filmmakers would approve.
Have I broken any laws?
No, ma'am.
Then I'm free to go.
That movie was basically right up the middle and center with everything.
Now, just a moment. Turn your motor off, please.
When you use 5.1 surround sound applications, the sound engineer will be able to move music and effects into space, emerging the audience into sound.
Without removing you from the visual space.
The same effect that we're getting in a movie theater.
There are 3 parts to a feature. There's dialogue where the story lives.
It might be nicer and warmer in the office.
There's effects where the action lives. And then there's music where the emotion lives. If you don't have one or the other in a 5.1 presentation, you kind of lose that.
We didn't want to do a pseudo music mix, and when you're confined to a mono track, unfortunately, there was no way that we could do it correctly and create a true 5.1. Not until we had the introduction to this organization that came out of France, AUDIONAMIX.
The company has been around for 5 years, so it's like 4.5 years of research, understanding how can we get what we call the holy grail of sound, being able to reverse engineer sound.
They were trying to take a monoized stem, go in there and extrapolate these pieces and make them separate pieces to where we could actually move them around and create a new mix.
After all, Cassidy, I told you, all that cash. I'm not taking the responsibility.
The idea behind our technology is taking pretty much the DNA of every single pieces of this music.
Well, I ain't about to kiss off $40,000.
Then we have a track for the voice, a track for any other instruments.
I'll get it back, and if any of it's missing, I'll replace it with her fine, soft flesh.
Taking those different instruments, we can now provide a total different experience to the person listening.
Hot creeper, she sat there while I dumped it out. Hardly even looked at it.
5.1 means that you have 6 channels of diffusion. You've got a center, a right and left channel in front of the audience. You also have sub-channel, which is basically used to diffuse all the low frequencies.
And this way, the person gets pretty much the same experience that Alfred Hitchcock had when they were recording.
It's never been heard before in that manner. To be able to exploit that and be able to listen to the fullness of it and the bass and the strings, to me, that's just fabulous.
It brings it to life. The fact of the extraction, I can create more space. It's a new technology, and we're excited about it.
We didn't change anything. Everything is as it used to be, except we're providing a different experience to the user.